You can give your cabinets and countertops a completely different look by adding a faux wood finish to them. And all it takes is one key tool right here. Well, that and some tips from Daytime's decorative artist, Jeff Monsein. Good to have you here.
Nice to be back. Good morning.
So this is what we need to give ourselves a wood grain finish.
Right. This is a very inexpensive rocker tool.
That's all it is.
That's all it is.
So it costs a few bucks, and add a little paint, and you can have a great wood finish on any kind of surface.
If you're going to be painting on a countertop, a cabinet, you might have to put a primer down first and then a base paint.
Okay.
And then you can do a finish like we're going to show today.
Okay, and here are all sorts of different examples of finishes that we're just using this tool.
Most of them use this tool, and then there are a few that are a little bit more advanced, but most
of these use this tool. Yeah. And you said it's relatively simple.
It is, and we're going to show how.
Okay, let's see it.
So what we do is assume that you've put a coat of base paint on your wall or your cabinet or whatever it is that you're doing, and it's the base wood tone, whatever you wanted it to be. Okay, and then we're going to use a product called glaze.
Gotcha.
And glaze is basically transparent medium, and it has some color in it. And you can get it at any of your paint stores. They have glaze there, and they can add the color for you. You can say, I want this color, and they'll make that color for you, or you can buy it prepackaged.
All right. And you definitely want to add this once your base coat is completely dry.
Totally dry. Yeah, this has to be really dry, so wait a day.
And and I know, because that could be a mistake a lot of people make, too.
Right.
It's a little sticky, and that'll be a problem.
It would not be a good thing. And then you take any kind of a brush and just put it on, and the nice thing about glaze is that it stays wet for a while, so you can play with it.
Just put it all over.
And you just totally cover it 100%.
And of course you've taped like we've taped here, but this is just to show the different steps involved.
Well, right, I taped because maybe I wanted to do planks, but if you didn't want planks, then you can just tape off what you don't want to get any glaze on.
Now I'm noticing that when you put the glaze on, you're not just going in any long, even strokes, you're kind of smudging it all over. Is that okay?
I just want to get 100% coverage, and this is great stuff, because if you made a mistake, you can just wipe it off.
Oh, it's mistake-proof. You just wipe that off then.
And then put some more on. And that's the purpose of using glaze, because it stays wet for a while.
All right.
And then you take our special tool.
Okay.
And you actually press it hard. You don't baby it. And you just put it down, and it's a rocker. So you roll like this, and you create a pattern just like that.
You rock and roll.
You just rock and roll.
And
so
again,
you do the next one.
Can I try that? Yeah. And so if you mess up, I'm going to start like this.
Push it down.
Rock and roll.
And don't rock all the time. Go straight for a while. Just go straight. Keep going.
Oh, look at that.
Isn't that cool?
Oh my gosh, even I can do this.
You're doing a great job.
I have a tendency to mess up paint jobs, even though I do love to paint.
Yeah, you're doing a wonderful job.
Oh, that looks terrific.
That's really cool.
Now, would you put a seal over that?
If this was going to be on a surface that people were going to be touching, I would definitely seal it. And I also, after I do that and this has dried thoroughly, I might put another coat of just glaze over it, just to kind of marry the two, the base coat and it looks a little bit more, realistic.
Yeah, it looks a little bit richer too. It's not quite as bold in your face. It's more of a subtle, rich look. And you said you would put a sealer over it if you were going to use a countertop. But what if you were just going to be cleaning cabinets? Do you want to put a sealer over it?
Yes, absolutely. Use a water-based sealer, use a polyurethane, and just brush it over it or spray it on it.
Let's go over to this example right here, because we saw how easy this could be.
Right.
But this, it's going to be hard for our viewers to see, but there's kind of a glazy sheen to it.
This is what you would call a moire, a pattern, and it's actually made with the exact same tool with the metallic glaze. And it's really pretty on a wall. Very subtle, very elegant. I think that's a beautiful thing.
It's gorgeous. And these are the more advanced wood faux finishes.
Once you get practiced at using the rocker tool and you kind of understand, you're looking at wood, then you're going to use all the other tools that are out there to, follow the grain of the type of wood that you want to
But in the beginning, just stick with your rocker tool. I love this. This is fun. This is great. And it was relatively easy. Daytime's decorative artist, Jeff Monsein, thank you.
My pleasure.
And hey, if you want to get in touch with him, you can just go to daytimeonline.tv. Go to our homepage right there and just click on his head at the bottom of the page. Thanks again. And just ahead, the stars of Bridesmaids reveal their worst airplane experiences. You gotta hear this. That's next.